It's me, Big Ugly Jim. I will be yammering for a little while, as is my wont, and hopefully it'll be a fun time for all. First thing I want to talk about, self help is self love. Now, that may sound like I'm talking about, a positive sort of thing. That's not the direction we're going today. This self love is a reference to masturbation in this particular instance, and that's the Fight Club quote. And no, I'm not one of those right wing chuds who's like, Fight Club was all about how fight the system, and also COVID is a lie. Not that guy. We're gonna have a quick convo about they they really want to sell this idea that either through COVID related issues or through labor related issues, Christmas is gonna suck. Halloween's gonna suck. Because all the good stuff we aren't gonna be able to get because there's shortages. That's not entirely true. There are absolutely shortages, but a lot of those shortages are things like corporations saying we're just going to stop or massively scale back production of these products simply because we want to create an idea that maybe there's some shortage, and then we can drive up our prices and our profits. COVID has made the worst out of corporations, right? So we're seeing like company after company after company are going on strike. John Deere went on strike, IATSE went on strike, Nabisco went on strike, Frito Lay went on strike, and like that's just scratching the surface. And I 100% am supportive of all that, all of it. Fuck yeah, go on strike, stick it to the man. Because what's happening is these companies are making record profits. Like in the case, we looked at it on stream. I think it was Nabisco was like normal year profits are somewhere in the, if memory serves, somewhere around 3 billion, and like the first quarter of or first half or quarter of this year they already made like 5.6 billion, like ridiculous profits, unexpected profits. And then their staff are like, hey, can I like continue to have benefits? And they're like, no. No, you need to understand shareholder value. Fuck shareholder value. Here's the thing. I have genuine problems. We have created a world where all of our manufacturing is happening, not all of it, but like 98% of our manufacturing is happening across an ocean. And as a result, we are ripe for this kind of problem where actual shipping deliveries cripple us. Remember when we had that whole Cuban Missile Crisis, and we created an embargo on shipping to Cuba so that Cuba just couldn't get stuff shipped in. That hurt Cuba. It hurt Cubans. It was bad. And what we've done is we've taken, like, China is our greatest economic threat. And we're like, okay, let you do all of our manufacturing. Please don't abuse this. And somehow we thought this was a good idea. I get the idea of low prices. I get the idea of passing the savings on to the consumer, which of course never fucking happens. I get the idea of shareholder value. All of these things I understand. They're just bullshit. All those jobs in our manufacturing sector are gone. And a lot of the knowledge about the process of manufacturing is also gone. Jobs are important. Manufacturing jobs are important, and we just got rid of them. We gave them all to foreign countries, and that makes for serious problems. It makes us reliant on those other countries, and in this case, we're talking about China, who it turns out is not our friend. I'm not really a big fan of genocide, so shocker. We got all of our manufacturing jobs. We got rid of them. We created this total reliance on this international trade, and it was all for shareholder value, so that the shareholders can make more money. This is problematic. This is a serious problem. We are giving away jobs, and I'll give you, like, in my sector, I'm an IT worker by day. Everyone always complains about when you call the help desk your first level support, and then they do like the horrible, bad, comedic, racist East Indian voice. There's a reason for that, and that is that you can outsource your first level support to countries like India and a variety of other countries remarkably cheaply compared to paying people here to do it, and you have to pay them a lot more money. If I have to pay, let's say, $20 an hour to somebody in India, to a company, of which, let's just, like, using fake numbers, let's say half of that actually goes to the worker, and half of that goes to the corporation that I'm hiring and I'm outsourcing through. That $10 an hour that worker's making is probably pretty sweet money in comparison to a lot of the other jobs they can do. So it's a win for them. And if I hired someone in Canada to do that same job, I would probably have to pay, let's say, $30 an hour. Okay, so I'm saving $10 an hour, and that's awesome. Way to go. Except that those help desk jobs, those level one help desk jobs, were the fucking basis for the IT part of the economy. I got a job on the help desk. That was my first post college job. And it allowed me to work in my field and start to learn in practical sense. So that by the time I was being asked to be a developer, the people I was working with knew what kind of skill I had, that I was clever and competent, and could make that decision that, you know what, I bet Jim could do this. Even if it wasn't people that were around you, like, once you had some experience on your resume, you could do all the things. You could make you could make the argument that after a couple of years of working in an IT environment, this person probably has some understanding. And then you read their resume and they're like, I'm really interested in Windows servers, or I'm really interested in networking infrastructure, or whatever. And they go and they get little, courses like their MCSE or their CNE or whatever. And you go, yeah, this person clearly can do whatever job. But that help desk job was your first step. Now we don't have that. And we're in this ridiculous place right now where this bullshit labor shortage. I can't find qualified labor. I can't find skilled IT labor for like lower level IT functions, because you're not training people. Because the people who are graduating with these degrees aren't getting that next step. We're just taking a leap and going like, okay, so you went from a college graduate, now someone else will deal with this and give you those fundamentals. I want someone who's a junior network guy but has experience doing networking. And if you can't get experience doing networking, pretty much not going to get that job, no matter how good you are as a junior type resource. This is a problem, and it's a problem caused by outsourcing. It's a problem that will continue to be an issue. That's all we're doing right now, is looking out for shareholder value and making sure we don't incur unnecessary costs. And when we can get rid of all the costs of shit, and not only that, but with our manufacturing being across the ocean, turns out you can't bring a car all the way to Canada without some kind of a carbon footprint. We talk about how the necessity for us to switch to metal straws from plastic, which again I'm not opposed to. I don't give a shit. A lot of people got really offended about the whole straw issue. Fuck, if there's a better answer, I'm willing to look at it. Right? I don't want poor sea turtles dying, but this idea that it's actually on the consumer, that the consumer can even make a dent in the amount of plastic in oceans or carbon footprint or any of these things. It's cleverly marketed bullshit that just keeps us thinking that we're the problem, when in fact the problem is the capitalism. We keep trying to put all of our problems off on regular humans that can't affect things, when all of our manufacturing happening abroad means all of the things that we manufacture, which is a bunch of stuff, requires transportation across an ocean. And we've done well at doing that and meeting those supply chain goals. But at what cost? I want to see manufacturing jobs come back. Not just because, buy American, which I'm Canadian, so buy Canadian. But also because I think those jobs are important. And I think that we're doing ourselves a massive disservice in not having them available.
First off, I want to say thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed, please like and subscribe. It really does help me out. Thank you to my patrons that support me on Patreon. I am a little streamer, and these people are all really awesome for supporting me. Thank you to I Am Canadian. Special, huge thanks go to my one prophet, Shithead Dave Anderson. And of course, my final tier of supporters is the Gods. This tier is the most expensive and likely to never have any members, but Patreon really told me I should have one, so it's true, I guess. There are no gods. I try to put up stuff at least once a week, and I live stream every Saturday at noon Mountain Time on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, like an old man. Again, thanks for watching, and have a kick-ass day.